Okay, I'd like to share with you some of my poetry, Zen poetry, or Chan, as we call it in Chinese. Chan has many methods of practice. It's not just sitting meditation, it's a way of life or a state of mind. It comes from understanding the Four Noble Truths. The practice should all be confined within that Zhang Dao, the Eightfold Noble Path. So poetry will comprise of right speech, right understanding, right thought, right concentration, right mindfulness. So it's a comprehensive type of thing. My dad was an amateur poet, and I started writing poems 10 years ago, just after I was ordained for the second time into the Chinese tradition as a monk. The first time was in Hong Kong in 1984, and the second time was in Taiwan at Sanbaoshan, Three Treasures Mountain in Taiwan, into the Linqi or Linji line of Chan or Zen Buddhism. There's a strong history in my Dharma family of writing poems, and our Grandmaster Empty Cloud was no exception. He wrote loads when he was a young monk, living a sort of hippie life, wandering the mountains of China and foraging for wild food. As I'm not an academic, I'm never going to write a book or give a long, complicated speech on Buddhist philosophy or the sutras. But what I have to say just comes from my own direct experience and what I've been taught by the other monks that I've lived with. So, the first poem from a 10-week retreat at Bolam Xinji or Baolian Chan Se, that's Precious Wood Zen Monastery, and it's in Hong Kong, in the side of the mountain, where I lived for a few years with my main Chinese master. So just as we started retreating week one, I wrote, "Want to know Buddha nature? Put away those old books. Listen to the essence of hearing. Dwell in reflective, empty space that reflects all without staying, neither clinging nor rejecting. Mind's nature is your freedom." Week 2. Call to meditation. Incense lit. Benches creak as people sit. Ending bell. Benches creak. People leave. Again, silence. Week 3. Flowing through jhana stages to the sound of a bell on an exquisite bed of samadhi. You can't let your focus slip to awaken to the unborn mind. Week 4, I wrote, discursive thought slowed down. They are low on fuel. Chant the song of Chan, neither words nor melody. Only hearing's essence can chant the silent illumination. Week 4. Ascending Nirvana's mountain. The path is hard to follow. Steps slippery, bridges unsafe. Strong winds blow confusion. Free from samsara's snares, bondage's desire left below. Flames of thirst for more extinguished. Nirvana's awakened minds revealed. Week 5. Guests come and go. Thoughts come and go. The observer remains unmoved, in a place that can't be found, in a time that never was. So that is this thing in a place that can't be found. So now we're halfway through 10 weeks of constant meditation. Cognitive function ceased suddenly. Thinking and comparing slipped away. Conscious mind's essence manifests throughout time and space, samsaric revolving in birth and death cease. And can share this original mind, but there is no way to find it, as birds leave their track in the sky. Week 8. Untangling a life of dreams, untying my deepest knots. One more knot untied. One step closer to Buddha. I missed week 7. It said, listening to the bubbling stream. Listening to the listener. And in week 9, I wrote, every day, long meditation became routine. But today we burnt my friends. The funeral pyre crackled loudly. She was a nun for half a century. Now only ash remains. And the final week, after 10 weeks of meditation, I wrote, 700 hours of Chan meditation. Now we must leave for another place to determine if our samadhi is stable and let wisdom manifest. So yes, I sat for 700 hours under a Bodhi tree sapling that was brushing against my window. And I sat many retreats in this monastery, thousands of hours under that Bodhi tree. And now I'm going to read one final poem. Mind before thought, meditation, drowning in a whirlpool of samsara, but at its centre, stillness and clarity. About this, I want to say something is on the tip of my tongue. But I have no words to say, because mind before thought has no words, but the observer is closely watched in the stream of doubt until space and time slip away, holding the doubt deeper. One day you'll see through. Then wisdom is realized in an awakened mind, knowing what you can never know with a thinking mind.